Hi, let's talk about Epitaphs from the Abyss. This is an Oni Press title, but Oni Press claims to be, I guess they have the rights or something like this. Uh, they claim to be relaunching EC Comics. There you go, EC Comics, entertaining comics. EC Comics, of course, is a classic brand from the 1940s and 50s. They were making like romance titles and stuff like that. But they ventured into horror, of course, with Tales from the Crypt or Crypt of Terror and stuff, Haunt of Fear, Vault of Horror, Weird Science, stuff like that. And it's all classic stuff, of course. A lot of those titles, Two Fisted Tales, a lot of those stories made their way into the Tales from the Crypt HBO series, and that relaunched a brand new interest in Tales from the Crypt. They had reprints in the 1990s. I bought almost all of those. I love Tales from the Crypt. I love the EC comics in general. I love all those stories, all those classic tales. So I was like, let me give this a try. It's a brand new EC comics, brand new tales for a brand new EC comics of the 2020s. There you go. All right, so I have a lot to say about this. I don't recommend this. This is Four Tales. They have a brand new horror host here called the Gravedigger. There he is. So it's its own thing. I like that. Um, I question how they're able to just say this is EC Comics. I guess there's no real claim to the brand of it, or maybe they have official rights or something like that. I don't know. If they do, then why don't they re-release all the old comics? Um, it's brand new tales. So here are the credits for the four tales that are in this. The first tale, Killer Spec, is along the lines of the old EC comics. It's just a revenge tale among basic moral lines. Someone takes someone's script and murders them, and then claims the script for themselves. And of course, the person they murdered comes back from the dead. You know, that kind of thing. That's very EC comics. The art style of all this stuff is very modern, and it kind of turns me off. To me, EC Comics is a specific thing. I love that old art. Um, Very detailed, very appealing to look at. This is the kind of basic, scratchy looking art. No offense to the artist, but I know it's in keeping with today's modern comics, right? So it's very good, very professional for today. Um, but not one that I associate with EC Comics. The second tale, Senator, is a story about. This is where things go off the rails. It's a story about having your own opinion in a political party, and they specifically target the Republican Party. And and you can tell that's what it is because the one lady who's appalled by all this, who investigates it, says that she's a Democrat, and she would even vote for this person. That's the kind of thing that doesn't belong in an EC Comics title. I know you'd be like, well, it's modern and all that stuff. I'll get to that in a second. Um, the next one is called Family Values. Family Values is it was kind of disturbing. It's a modern type thing. It's sort of like a game show where families are pitted against each other. Um, that kind of thing, and it can happen to you. Even if you're betting to win against who's going to die. It's this online thing. It's a whole thing. Actually, it's pretty clever. Um, but it's the modern day art. It's none of this is ever going to look like the old EC comics. So you could forget that right now. And the last story is called Us versus Us, and it's a Vaxxer story. Okay, here's my problem. On the one hand, okay, the art is not going to be like you want it and everything. None of this is the look and feel of EC Comics. And to me, it's like, if you're going to introduce modern day stuff, um, I know that the argument is going to be, well, you know, EC Comics had social justice in it as well. Yes, they did, along very moral lines, basic moral lines, um, you know, acceptance of others, and you know, and beyond that, just um, don't cheat on your wife, or don't cheat this guy out of money, things like that. That's what they did, you know. And yes, there were some race stories as well. As I said, acceptance of others. Those are basic moral lines that everyone can get behind. um, Anti-vaxxer stuff and like Republican parties and all that, that doesn't really belong here. All of that's actually debatable. It's not along moral basic lines. It's just it's a one side of the aisle kind of thing. And that's kind of not what EC Comics was. And to put these in here is I get that nowadays there's a so-called culture war, but it really turns me off. Like it's not that I either agree or disagree with the stories. You don't belong in an EC comic. And you could say like, well, this is a brand new EC Comics. Well, then it's not my EC Comics. Um, you know, it's not impossible to do a throwback magazine. I love Shudder magazine, and I love and Vampires Carmilla. They're both by the same company that's trying to bring back the sort of Warren magazine feel. They call themselves Warrant magazine, but if you read Vampires Carmilla and Shudder, they look great. The art is that old, like I guess it's old fashioned now, but like very detailed, illustrative, lots of great hatching and shadowy um, like hand drawn stuff, line art. It's incredible. It looks like the old magazines. The covers look like the old magazines, but they're all brand new stories, brand new art. Um, and the stories themselves are along those basic moral lines, and that's how they make their messaging known. It's like, you know, like don't steal, don't cheat, don't be intolerant of others, etc., etc. It's the look and feel of those old magazines to the point where I would forgive you if you confused some of those magazines, like the new Shudder and Vampires Carmilla, and the old Creeps, which became Shudder. I wouldn't be mad if you got them confused with the old 70s magazines that they're trying to recreate. Those are great throwback mags. Um, those recreate the look and feel and do something new with it. It's awesome. I don't know why you can't do that with new EC Comics and stuff. So I don't know. I don't recommend it. Um, Maybe I'll check out the second issue and see where they go with things. But EC Comics is a specific thing this does not capture to me. Um, and maybe some of you will love it as well. I know there's another one coming out. Does it say, yeah, Cruel Universe, which looks like a science fiction thing? Sort of like the old Weird Science and stuff. So yeah, I don't recommend it, but then again, I mean, maybe you'll want to check it out and see if you like it, and you're okay with the modern take on things. To me, if you're gonna make a new EC Comics, it's a specific brand to me, and this doesn't capture the look and feel of that brand to me. That's my take. Until next time, take care.